Please don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of new daily videos.
Back in the day, I was making a name for myself as a freelance digital animator and visual effects specialist. My niche was immersive holographic projections for high-end corporate events. My work had this distinct flair, often getting linked and discussed on Visionary Vault. Art, a highly respected platform for showcasing innovative digital art and event tech. A platform I ironically ran anonymously on the side. This gave me serious digital authority, a kind of secret superpower. One day, I was approached by Brendan Thorne, the charismatic founder of Thorne Luxe Events. He needed a bespoke, interactive holographic display for a massive product launch for a tech giant. It was a dream project, high profile, high stakes, and a tight deadline, just over a month. My usual policy was a 25% upfront deposit, but Brendan spun a convincing tale about being burned by unreliable freelancers before. He swore he'd pay the full amount before anything went live on his production servers. Against my better judgment, sensing the enormous potential and needing the income, I agreed. For 5 grueling weeks, I poured my heart and soul into that project. There were days I practically lived in front of my workstation, perfecting every shimmering detail of the interactive display. With mere hours to spare, it was flawless, a true masterpiece of light and code. I was immensely proud, buzzing with anticipation to show Brendan. The next morning, I sent him the link to my secure test server. He called, gushing about how incredible it looked, but then came the inevitable curveball. He claimed his server environment might be incompatible and insisted I upload the full package to his servers for a final compatibility test before he'd release payment. I pushed back, knowing this was dangerous territory, but he was insistent, playing the time is running out card. Reluctantly, I relented, providing him with the final files and even installing them remotely using the access credentials he provided. As soon as I confirmed it was live on his system, silence. Days turned into a week. Emails went unanswered, calls routed to voicemail. My gut screamed. I fired up my FTP client, trying to delete the files to lock him out. Access denied. He'd changed the credentials. The following day, my holographic display, my masterpiece, was the dazzling centerpiece of his client's product launch, splashed across industry news, and I hadn't seen a single cent. Finally, Brendan answered my call. His voice was cold, triumphant. "Listen," he sneered, "I'm not ever going to pay you, and there's nothing you can do about it." He hung up, leaving me shaking with a white-hot rage. The initial shock quickly morphed into a chilling resolve. Brendan thought he was untouchable. He clearly didn't realize who he had just tried to con. I had a weapon he couldn't comprehend, my digital influence. Revenge would be mine, and it would be utterly devastating. My plan was simple, elegant, and designed to hit him where it hurt most, his reputation and his wallet. First, I registered a new domain, Thorne Luxe Events Exposed.com. On this site, I uploaded a slightly altered version of the stolen holographic display, framing it as an example of uncompensated creative work and detailing his exact scheme. Next, I registered BrendanThorneScams.com. This was a personal dossier, a meticulous account of his betrayal, complete with anonymized screenshots of our email exchanges and the original contract snippets. The real genius, however, was in the deployment. I discreetly, almost invisibly, linked to both of these exposure sites from Visionary Vault. Art. As the anonymous curator of Visionary Vault, I could weave in links using keywords like unpaid event tech, corporate event fraud, Brendan Thorne reviews, and Thorne Luxe Events complaints. Visionary Vault was an industry authority. Google trusted it implicitly. Within a month, searching for Thorne Luxe Events or Brendan Thorne would bring up my sites above his official website and his personal profiles. Every potential client, every business partner, every investor would first see a detailed account of his deception. Then came the deluge. Other freelancers, vendors, and even some former small clients, having found my sites, started emailing me their own horror stories of Brendan's predatory business practices. Each new testimony, carefully anonymized but thoroughly documented, I added to Brendan Thorne's scams.com, further cementing its authority in search rankings and adding undeniable weight to the accusations. The first sign he knew something was wrong was a cease and desist email from a firm calling themselves Sterling and Associates. A quick Google search revealed they didn't exist. My reply was succinct. I'm not ever taking them down, and there's nothing you can do about it. He tried to counter. About 2 months later, I got an anonymous email linking to a hastily thrown-together site. DigitalArtisanX stinks. Com. A quick check showed it had 0 search ranking, utterly invisible. I responded by quoting his original line back to him. I'm not ever going to take them down, and there's nothing you can do about it. As months passed, the stream of aggrieved parties contacting me grew. It turned out the corporate event industry, while glamorous, had stringent professional standards and regulatory bodies. They caught wind of my sites, which had become a central hub for complaints against Thorne Luxe events, and launched a full investigation. My sites were their primary evidence. Then came the call from Brendan. His voice, once smug, was now choked with desperation. He begged, pleaded, promised to pay me double. He was not only being investigated, but his important friends in the industry were furious about the scandal I was causing. With a triumphant smile, I said, for the final time, Listen, Brendan, I'm not ever taking them down, and there's nothing you can do about it. It took less than a year. Brendan's company, Thorne Luxe Events, lost its industry accreditation, its major clients pulled out, and its reputation was in tatters. It went bankrupt. I later heard from a former employee that Brendan had sunk a fortune trying to outrank my sites, buying dozens of domains, hearing SEO experts. But it was all useless. My visionary vault clout was too powerful, too embedded in the digital ecosystem. The final crushing blow. His lavish penthouse apartment, tied to business loans against his failing company, was repossessed. He lost everything, his business, his wealth, his reputation, his home. All because he thought he could steal from me and get away with it. Justice, in its digital form, is a truly beautiful thing. He learned the hard way. Never mess with a digital artist who knows how to wield their influence.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button to like it. And please do subscribe to support the channel.